Jujutsu Kaisen. What is heavenly restriction? Heavenly restrictions are so rare that only 3 characters are known in the series with it. Jujutsu Kaisen has a very intriguing power system, and throughout the series we see many complex cursed techniques like Gojo's limitless and 6 eyes, Hakari's private pure love train, etc. But we have also seen sorcerers with some restrictions on them, some with no cursed energy or an extremely weak constitution. These cases are rare and are caused by something called heavenly restrictions. What are heavenly restrictions? Heavenly restrictions are extremely rare and are thus not really explored in the Jujutsu world. In the manga itself, only 3 characters were struck by it. The heavenly restriction is a binding force that forcefully acts upon one when they are born. It acts upon one's soul and puts some limitations on one aspect of the body in return for improving another. Unfortunately, the person has no control over them, and there is no way to undo it. Though there was one case where the restrictions were removed and the individual still kept the improvement they had received. This binding usually reduces one's cursed energy to the level of an average human. Thus, it is always frowned upon in Jujutsu society, especially in the 3 great Jujutsu families. There are cases of the Jujutsu families discriminating against or disvaluing those with heavenly restrictions. Now that you understand the concept of heavenly restrictions, here are the 3 sorcerers that I mentioned and their cases. Tokufushiguro is one of the most feared characters in the whole series, and also one of the most loved characters in the community. He was born with a heavenly restriction, due to which he had no cursed energy. Literally 0 cursed energy. Even a normal human has some cursed energy, but he had none. And in return, his physical strength far exceeded that of a human. His senses were so sharp that even though he had no cursed energy, he could sense the presence of cursed spirits, to the extent that he could even use one by making a binding vow. Toji left the Zenin clan and married a woman, though her name was never revealed. Toji took her family name and became Tokufushiguro from Toji Zenin. With her, he had a son he named Megumi, meaning blessed, as Megumi was born with the most coveted cursed technique of the Zenin clan, the 10 Shadow technique. Toji's most notable feat and achievement is that he killed Gojo Satoru, the strongest sorcerer. Gojo is so strong that with his birth alone the balance of the world shifted towards the Jujutsu sorcerers, and Toji was able to kill him. However, Gojo being Gojo, at death's door he unlocked the reverse cursed technique and healed himself back to life. After this, he not only created his ultimate technique, Hollow Purple, but also killed Toji. Another sorcerer who suffered from heavenly restriction was Kokichi Muta, but you may know him as Mekamaru. Unlike Toji, Kokichi gained immense cursed energy, so much so that he could control several Mekamaru from a very far distance. In return for his immense cursed energy, he was born without his right arm and the lower half of his legs. His skin was so sensitive that even the moonlight burned it. According to Kokichi, it felt like every pore of his skin was being poked by needles. He despised it and was ready to do anything for a normal body. So he did. Kokichi Muta colluded with Mahito and Kenjaku. In return for leaking information to them, Mahito fixed Kokichi's body, but Kokichi was still a Jujutsu sorcerer at heart. He engaged in battle with Mahito, in which he got very close to exorcising him, but alas, in the end, he met his demise. Mekamaru also created a contingency plan if Gojo Satoru ever gets sealed and positioned his puppets in 3 positions. One of these positions was near Yuji Itadori's, as he believed that he was least likely to be a mole, Maki Zenin. In many aspects, Maki's condition was very similar to Toji's. Her cursed energy was reduced in exchange for improved physical abilities. The difference came from her being a twin. Maki was the twin sister of Mai, and unlike her, Mai had her own cursed technique. In Jujutsu Kaisen's world, twins are considered the same soul with 2 different bodies. As heavenly restrictions act on one's soul, it also affects Mai, and the reverse also takes place, where Mai's cursed energy also affects Maki's heavenly restriction. This intertwining reduced the potency of heavenly restriction on Maki, due to which her cursed energy was reduced to that of an average person, and the increase in physical strength was minor. Mai's cursed energy also got reduced, due to which she was unable to create more than 1 bullet. After Mai died, the effect Mai and Maki had on each other also vanished, and Maki's cursed energy was further reduced to 0, just like Toji's. With Mai's death, the potency of Maki's heavenly restriction reached its full potential, and Maki reached the same level as Toji did. Maki got so strong that she single-handedly killed all of the Zenin clan members and only left Megumi. Thanks for watching.